Okay, we all see how incredible AI is, right? But there's a hidden secret to all that power, a massive thirst that is creating some serious problems right here on Earth. Let's get into it.
I mean, it really does feel like we've unlocked something with infinite potential. Every single day, AI is getting faster, it's getting smarter, and it's weaving itself into everything we do. It feels like it's building our future at warp speed.
And right there, that's the problem. That's the conflict we're digging into today. You've got this boundless digital world that's running on a physical planet, a planet with very real and very finite limits. So what happens when that virtual world's thirst becomes too much for the real one to handle? To power this whole revolution, we've built these enormous data centers. They're basically the physical brains of AI. But these brains are hiding a secret. And, well, it's a very, very thirsty one.
So, how does this actually work? Well, AI chips generate a ton of heat. I mean, an incredible amount. To keep them from melting, data centers pump in millions of liters of water and just evaporate it. Think of it like the building is sweating on a massive industrial scale. And here's the most important part. That water is gone for good. It's pulled from a river or an aquifer, turned into vapor, and it never comes back. To put that into perspective for you, a simple chat with an AI like ChatGPT, maybe asking it 20 to 50 questions, can use up half a liter of fresh water. That's basically an entire water bottle, gone, just for a conversation with a machine. Okay, but what happens when we scale that up? Training just one of the big AI models, like GPT-3, was estimated to drink up 700,000 liters of clean water. That's enough to build more than 300 cars. And you gotta remember, the models we're using today are way, way bigger than that one. And this problem? It's speeding up. Fast. In Canada alone, the amount of water these data centers are going to use is projected to jump by almost 50% in just 5 years. We're literally building our future on a technology that is draining our most precious resource, a lot of the time in places that are already dealing with serious droughts. But, this isn't just an environmental story. It's also a story about justice, about sovereignty, and about asking whose resources are being sacrificed for this new digital age. And that brings us to a really important term you need to know: cloud colonialism. It's basically a modern kind of resource extraction. Think about it. The benefits of AI, all the profit, all the power, they all flow to these big tech hubs. Meanwhile, the costs, the drained rivers, the strained power grids, those get left behind, often on indigenous lands. Let's make this real. Look at this example happening right now in Alberta. There's a proposal for a massive $70 billion data center called Wonder Valley. It's planned for Treaty 8 territory, and it would pull a mind-boggling amount of water from the Smoky River, a river in a region that's already, you guessed it, in a severe drought. And here's the kicker. The Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation, whose land and water are directly on the line, were never even consulted. Chief Sheldon Sunshine said they literally found out about this massive project by reading about it in the news. I mean, that's not just an oversight. It's seen as a direct violation of their treaty rights. So, if the path we're on is leading to conflict and draining our planet, is there another way to do this? Well, some people are saying yes, and the answer isn't on Earth at all. This vision is being pushed by Jason Carter, an Indigenous AI and data sovereignty consultant, and his argument is actually pretty simple, but it's also profound. He's asking, why are we forcing Mother Earth to support these incredibly demanding machines when there is a much better, cleaner, and more efficient place for them? Here's a great way to think about it that just makes the whole thing click. Imagine a data center as a giant furnace. Right now, we're putting that furnace right in the middle of our living room, that's planet Earth, and we're pouring our drinking water all over it to keep the house from burning down. The alternative? Just move the furnace outside, into the freezing cold of space. And the crazy thing is, the physics totally backs this up. Here on Earth, we're stuck using water to cool things down. But in the vacuum of space, it's about minus 270 degrees Celsius. Heat just radiates away, naturally. Space is a perfect, infinite, and totally free heat sink. No water needed. Ever. So this all leads to a proposal for something called the Indigenous AI Data Center in Space, or IADCS. And the benefits are just game-changing. Check this out. 0 water use, 100% solar power from being in constant sunlight, 0 land footprint on Earth, and it creates a path for true Indigenous data sovereignty, giving communities control over their own data in what they call a sovereign territory in the sky. So it really brings us to a fundamental choice, doesn't it?
we're standing at a crossroads with two completely different futures for AI laid out in front of us. Let's just break it down. On one hand, you've got the current model, massive water consumption, straining our power grids, causing land conflicts, and creating pollution. On the other hand, the orbital model offers a future with zero water use, zero land use, and it's powered by 100% clean solar. It's a pretty stark choice between extraction and true sustainability. And if you're thinking this is just some nice for the planet idea, get this. It's not just better for the environment, it's ridiculously better for the bottom line. Over 10 years, an orbital data center is projected to have 95% lower operating costs than one on Earth. It's cheaper, it's cleaner, and it's more sustainable. So that leaves us all with a pretty critical question. We know AI's hunger for energy and resources is just going to keep growing. So, are we going to keep building these thirsty machines on a planet that's running out of water? Or are we going to look up and build a future that actually protects our home? Look, the choice between these two paths isn't just about technology. It's really a moral choice about the kind of world we want to create. This alternative vision, championed by Jason Carter, makes a powerful case that AI data centers belong in space, not here consuming our planet's sacred water. If this idea sparks something in you and you want to learn more, you can reach out to him directly.